Philip Stoten for EMSNow. I'm here at Apex 2013 in San Diego, California, and I'm joined by Michael Brianda from DEK. Michael, great to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Just wanted to talk about really what's driving DEK in terms of technical demands, but also in terms of market demands across the different regions. What's pushing you at the moment? What's giving you headaches and asking for solutions?
Okay, Phil. Well, 2012 has been a great year for us. We finished at a high, but it wasn't an easy year, I have to say. We had interesting new challenges, new competitions, but also new technological challenges to deal with. Customers approached us. They wanted more closed loop. They wanted more functionality in the printers, communication with SPIs. So they seem to be hungry for data.
Right.
And so we need to make our products more data-driven, and that is also, the start for us here at Apex. We will show our new machines with much more closed-loop functionality, much more data-driven functionality, and good communication with peripheral systems like SPIs.
Okay, and that demand for those kind of products, is that coming? It's kind of a question that I think eventually we'll stop asking. Is it coming from a region, or are the demands pretty even across the world now?
I would say, well, it's split a little bit in the high, in the mass production areas, Taiwan, China, and other areas like also in Mexico and Brazil, versus those high-tech businesses which we still have in Germany, in the UK, in other parts of the world. The desire for more automation, more data is also driven by cost structures in the end, right? So our manufacturers in electronic try to reduce the intervention of operators into the production lines, and they like to have more control of it, and it's about the whole production line, not so much the individual processes. And I think Taiwan is a big driver for more automation.
Okay. Yeah, and I think it's interesting that a lot of the companies that we think as being traditionally Chinese companies, a lot of them are technically driven out of Taiwan as well. So,
yes.
And there's some decisions being made there. You talked about more competition in the market, and I guess that's a fact of life. We just keep seeing more and more of it. Particularly capital equipment. We see capital equipment coming in from Asia. How do you meet those challenges? I know you're manufacturing in Asia as well as in Europe. Is that part of that strategy?
Definitely. Yes, we have changed a little bit our operational strategy. We have our factory in the UK where we have the bulk of our engineering competences, and we focus more in that factory on complex systems. And so when customers approach us in a variety of different industries with more complex systems, we definitely want to design and manufacture it there, because the time to market is very important to us in those projects. In the volume business, we have a platform, and we always design platforms. In other words, the moment where we have designed a special functionality, be it a screen printing or a stencil printing solution, we want to deliver it in volumes, and we want to deliver quick.
Right.
And for those volume types of customers, we focus our factory in China to be ready for.
Okay, that makes sense. And it would be lapse of me if I didn't mention the divestiture as part of our conversation. What's the latest on that? And can you give us a little bit of clarity on the decision of Dover to divest and kind of what's happened since then?
Sure. In November, when Dover announced the divestiture of the whole electronic portion of their business portfolio, the first week we immediately informed our employees, immediately started a big communication campaign, because we wanted to avoid actually interrupting our business, but also misunderstandings of it. Second week, we informed immediately all our key customers, and we had good conversations with them. Most of the customers they appreciate the open and frank discussions, but also understand that it's not necessarily influencing our business. Well, week 3, we did another bigger call, making sure people understand, open question and answers, etc. Week 4, done.
Yeah.
So from a perspective of is it interrupting us? It isn't. Is it concerning? Yes, maybe, because we don't know what the new owner is expecting of us.
Yeah.
Until we don't know, there is not much more really to say and to talk about. So we are waiting for that to happen.
Yeah. Any sense on timescales?
I'm told by bankers who are doing those processes very frequently, it's up to 6 months.
Yeah.
And when it started in November, so I'm expecting something by middle of the year.
Yeah. I mean, my sense is, if I look at it from an industry point of view, who wouldn't look at DEK? who wouldn't look at it if it was on the market? So therefore, it's going to take some time, because I would imagine a good number of suitors.
It's a high-performing company, and I have to say, Dover has pushed us a lot over the last couple of years to be a high-performing company, and we have added different businesses to it, so it's a nice portfolio of businesses. Strong in the marketplace, leading in the key marketplaces, and we have growth opportunities, several growth opportunities, be it in the recurring revenue businesses of our stencils or toolings, being it in the electronic world, in semicon or SMT, or even in solar or fuel cell. I mean, we are very active in all those marketplaces, and I think that team is so well established that we are not concerned about the DEK future, but of course we want to know.
You want to know who you're going to be working
with.
New
directions.
Who you're going to be working for, because the stewardship under Dover has been a good one. It's almost doubtless made you a better company, but it should mean that the transition should be relatively smooth as well, because you have worked autonomously, you have all that structure in place yourself.
Well, and that is a good part. I mean, at Dover, they allow you to run the business like it would be your own business, and this autonomy is very important. But they give us enough guidance to keep focused on growth opportunities in particular, and profitable growth opportunities, obviously.
Yeah, and it's good to have a parent that just keeps pushing.
Absolutely.
You know that as parent-child relationships anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fascinating stuff. Michael, please keep us informed on what's going on there. Anything new, let us know, and I look forward to speaking again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.